2003, I had just bought my first house. Well, I say it's my first house. I just bought the only house I've ever bought. And I was in the market for a new riding lawnmower. Now, my lot isn't just super large, but at the same time, it's large enough that I didn't really want to push mow it. So I was in the market to buy a new riding mower, shopped around a little bit, not too much. I was mainly looking for something cheap. I went to Home Depot and they had a deal going on where if you bought a new 42-inch front engine riding mower, Murray brand, that you got a new lawn cart, now basically like a lawnmower trailer, to go along with it. And it wasn't a bad deal. I'm sure it was marked up to where it covered the cost of the trailer, but either way, I walked out of there with a lawnmower and a little utility cart. Yeah, I didn't know if I would really use it that much or not, but I figured I couldn't hurt anything by having it. Turns out I used the devil out of that little trailer. And it was, I don't remember what the cubic footage is on those little things, 19 cubic feet, something like that. Not very big, it's small, super lightweight. But I've got a couple of big pecan trees in my yard. Those stupid things are always dropping something. So I'm always raking stuff up off the ground and having to haul it back to the back, burn it, and all that kind of stuff. So it came in super handy. So fast forward a little bit, I got a divorce, and I gave my ex-wife the house and kind of helped her out. And along with it, I gave her a riding lawnmower. Well, about another year and a half after that, she decided she wanted to move back to our hometown. So she asked me if I wanted the house back. So I bought the house back from her. And of course, she had already sold the mower and the lawn trailer by then. And so that didn't really, I didn't get any benefit out of that. So of course I had to go out and find me another riding mower. But ever since then, I had been missing that little trailer. Now, I've got a little 5x10 utility trailer. It came from Tractor Supply 10 years ago, and I could use that. It's got an expanded metal bed, so you can't put any kind of dirt on it without putting a tarp over the top of it, you know. And but it was kind of a pain in the neck because it's 5 foot wide by 10 feet long, and for the most part of my property, it's not a big deal. But you get up in the front yard, it's a little bit cramped up there. And after I planted the pear trees, it just, I was always afraid I was going to tear up a tree or something like that with it. So it was just a little too big for what I was needing. So I've been in the market for another one. Those little utility carts, they're not cheap. So my solution to that was a Harbor Freight 40-inch by 42-inch trailer, like this one. Now, I had a few requirements that I wanted it to meet. I wanted it to be like the lawn cart that I had, where I could haul mulch or branches or whatever. I wanted it to be a dump bed, kind of like this one. But I also wanted to have the option of having a little flatbed in case I needed to carry something a little bit larger. Now, these trailers, a problem with them that I've had is they've got some very dinky, very lightweight little tires. They're awful lot like wheelbarrow tires, and wheelbarrow tires, I've never had any luck with them. They're very flimsy, they're very thin, and you can't really patch them. Once they go bad, they're bad, and you have to replace them. Well, these tires can be $25 a piece, and you'd have to have 2 of them, and about every 2 years you're having to replace these tires. With this Harbor Freight trailer, it comes with highway rated tires, and so they're going to last a long time. I have no intentions of ever using this trailer on the highway, so it's going to work out great as far as that is concerned. Now, of course, it comes packaged in a box in a lot of pieces, and I had some video of me putting this together, but somehow it was deleted, and I don't know where. That's footage has been gone for a long time now. So at the time I bought this trailer, it came in 2 different models. One of them was 870 pound capacity, which is the one that I bought. It has the 8-inch rims. And then there's like an 1150 pound capacity trailer that came with 12-inch rims. Well, I have no intention of pulling it on the highway, so the 8-inch rims work perfect for me. What did not work for me was that it did not come with a dump bed, so it's modification time. So now for the legal stuff. I am not suggesting that anyone follow what I have done to my trailer. This is not a how-to video, and I am not responsible for any damage, injury, nor death caused by a modification made to anyone's trailer. I am merely demonstrating what I did to my trailer to suit my needs only. I do not endorse the modification and/or use of a trailer that has been modified from its original factory specifications. And I strongly encourage anyone who performs or attempts to perform any modification to such equipment that it is not to be used on a city street, public roadway, or at highway speeds. Any modifications a person makes is the sole responsibility of the person who made that modification. Okay, so enough Debbie Downer. Let's get into the build process. First thing I did is I used a piece of plywood that I had laying around, just leftovers, and made a flatbed out of it. So with requirement number 1 being complete, that being a solid floor, it was time to build some sides. I had a 1x12 that I was going to use for another project. I decided to repurpose and build some sides for the bed. I built the end gate so that it just slides in and out and is not hinged. This keeps it nice and secure, but is removable very easily. I decided to design the front so that I can put a 5-gallon bucket on the tongue. Now, it's not secured in this photo, but this will hold some odds and ends. Now, you may ask, what about the dump bed that was a requirement? I repurposed some angle iron that I cut off of an old bed frame years ago, bolted it to the frame of the trailer, which allowed me to scoot the tongue forward. Then, using bolts and pins, I'm able to use the tongue and the trailer frame as a pivot point to dump the entire trailer. This is the exact same concept that they used on my 5x10 tractor supply trailer to make it a tilt bed for loading and unloading lawnmowers or equipment or such. This little project has proved itself to be one of the most convenient things that I've ever done. It's almost the exact same width as my mower, and with the little 8-inch wheels pulls perfectly behind the tractor. The 870-pound capacity of the trailer is more than enough for anything that I will ever do with it, and I can see myself getting years of use out of this. So hopefully you found some use out of this video. Again, if you choose to do this, do not use this on the highway, but for around your own property, it makes a really good alternative.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
And if you think about it, hit that share button because it sure would help us out.
Bye, everyone.